The Audi S6 is a great example of a really nice luxury executive express that kind of is pushed beyond its comfort zone on a track. In every other driving situation, the S6 is a fabulous car. It just does everything well. Well, it doesn't do exactly everything well. It doesn't exactly lap a track very well. The reason is because you've got some front weight bias. The front tires are constantly struggling to keep this big heavy car following your driving path through the turns, and it just ends up understeering a lot, and it's really hard to get the rear axle to push the back end out. And so its lap times are really limited by that. One good thing about all-wheel drive and the S6's plantedness and just sure-footedness on the road is when you're going up the hill like this through this section where you've got a lot of fast sweepers, then the car just feels totally planted. You never feel any wiggle or any sense that the grip is going to go away. You can throw it into this left-hand downhill, off-camber, dogleg, widowmaker turn and feel pretty comfortable about it. At about 8/10, the S6 is excellent. Of course, you don't really want to drive off the road, but that does happen sometimes, even in the setting of a good lap time. The S6 makes a great sound going down the straightaway. I mean, just a big bore, full throat sound. People who buy it will much appreciate it for that. This is one of those turns that really brings out the understeer demons. You're really just kind of waiting till you can get on the power, and the longer it understeers, the longer you have to wait before you can really apply the power. And its speed through those turns tends to be quite slow. Down in this section, the understeer really just comes out, and especially in this last kind of turn in this corkscrew complex, you're just waiting, and eventually you can get on the throttle, but it just seems to take forever. And it does, and hence that's why the Audi's lap times aren't as good as they might be. As you go uphill, you can just hear the front tires howling their song of despair as the rubber chunks are flying off into space. The one good thing about the Audi and the track is it's got this twin clutch transmission that is quite responsive, and it really is kind of a willing partner in this kind of stuff. It's just a shame that the tires and the chassis overall isn't quite as keen on lapping. The Audi S6 did a time of 309.8, which is not as good as the M5, but it's pretty good considering the amount of understeer the car produces through the lap.